Okay, I'm back. So remember, Psalm 19:7 through 8, 9b says, "The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes." And 9b, "The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether." So what does it mean for the law of God to be upright? And that's when I went through, the elements that it calls out, the Bible calls out, which is it's perfect, it's sure, it's right, it's pure, and it's true. And what's justice? Justice is behaving according to what is morally right and fair. Behaving according to what is right, what is morally right and fair. But I did not break down what's moral. What is moral? And it's so important that when you do go through, when you're like breaking things down, and when you are trying to understand something, that you really do look for the things that you look for the definitions and the meanings of things, because when you don't really truly understand. We say things like, oh, that's immoral, that's moral, but what does that really mean? Like, what does it truly really mean for something to be moral? So I got you covered. So moral, what is moral? What is something that's moral? Moral is, if I can find it, okay, so I'm writing down. It's concerned with the principles of right and wrong, right? Behavior and the goodness or badness of human character. Now, when I read badness, I was like, I've never really used the word badness. I didn't even know that was a word, but it is, whatever the case might be. Anyways, but moral, it's concerned with the principles of right and wrong, behavior, and the goodness and badness of human character, which is, simple. So something that's moral is virtuous, law-abiding, it's honorable and noble, ... But then I decided, let me go ahead and look up moral law, because we're talking about the law. Let me look it up and let me define it through Black's Law Dictionary. So I'm giving you the legal definition of moral law, which is a collection of principles defining right and wrong conduct. A collection of principles defining right and wrong conduct. A standard to which an action must conform to be right or virtuous. It's a thing. Moral law is a thing. Okay? So, obviously moral is right or wrong, good and bad character, a collection of principles defining right and wrong conduct. It's so important to understand that moral law is what set the stage. It's the bedrock of our laws in this country. So we know what justice is, we know what moral is, we know what moral law is. Okay, so now let's talk about the elements that make up upright law. So perfect. Oh, and so the acronym for what makes the law upright, it has to be perfect, sure, right, pure, and true. Perserpt, like serp, like perserpt. Okay, so if you think about PSRPT, that is where we want our laws to be. That's what law is. It's perfect, right, sure, pure, and true, or at least it should be. Okay, so perfect. This is the part that I've been waiting for. Okay, so what does it mean to be perfect? Being without fault or defect, something that's exact, something that's precise, something that is complete. And just a few synonyms for you: something that might be flawless, faultless, pristine, faithful. Okay, a faithful relationship. Well, that's perfect. It could be considered perfect. It's not perfect because we're without sin, but it's perfect because it's faithful. Highly suitable for someone, something exactly right. So that's what perfect would, when you think of the word perfect, or as it's defined. And so to help understand, like when we break down converting the soul, what does that mean? So what I did was I went through a bunch of commentaries, right? Online, just to try to really, expand on the actual word and scripture. And so so Benson commentary, which I liked, defined it as from error to truth, sin to righteousness, sickness to health, death to life. When you're converting the soul, it's from error to truth, sin to righteousness, sickness to health, death to life. It's something it's restoring. It's bringing back the soul. It's the soul being renewed. So when you have perfect, something that the law being perfect, it is going to renew your soul. It is going to restore and bring back. It is going to go from error to truth. That's the whole, obviously, because it's perfect. Get out of here, fly. Fly's not perfect. They suck your blood. So, disregard it, but they do suck your blood. They do. Anyhow, so that is important. So, in its perfect sense, right? When the law is as it's perfect, it's without fault, it's faithful, it's pristine, it's flawless, it's highly suitable for someone or something. It's exactly right. And because of that, it will renew the soul, right? It will restore. It's about restoration. It's about being right. So I just want to make sure that you understand that for the law to be upright, it has to be perfect. Perfect. It's going to restore, it's going to convert the soul. So from error to truth. It doesn't matter if you have people that have done things in error. If it's perfect, if we're following it on the way that it is, like it says that the law of the Lord is perfect. It is perfect. And because it is, it converts the soul. It restores the soul. So we want to make sure that we are honing in on that. Okay. I'll be back to talk to you about why it is sure. What is sure about the law of the Lord?